Hello farmers, how are you doing? I believe you're having a wonderful time and a week. Yeah, so it's already Tuesday here and it's really nice. Here in River State is raining and we have not had the season of rain like others. Yeah, we are encroaching the dry season, but we still have our rains. Now you can see in my background I have a picture that tells us about certain crop conditions and what we should do, or it guides us on what to do to the crop. So you can see here there's a key that interprets the alphabet to what is happening here. So if you're following up after the video, in the comment section I'm going to drop this picture and then you can have the picture for you to identify, analyze, and then solve the problem. Now I want you to know something. All crop farmers face challenges, but the ability for you to identify your challenges on time and attend to it, give it the right thing that is expected, the right treatment expected, that is what makes you stand out as a crop farmer. Now we have professionals and they make mistake. Yes, sometimes they make mistake, or sometimes they don't even expect a condition to arise on their field, but because they are professional, that what makes them different. They actually just know what is happening and know what to add up. So we are actually encouraging farmers to stay updated with different crop conditions and also adopt what we call preventive measures of how to attend to these crop conditions. So let's check this. First I will start with this leaf. You can see how brown it is, and then we'll use the key and you can see it's a leaf pouch with aphids or thrip colony inside. So it means it's an insect infestation. It's an insect infestation. What about this? Yeah, this is a crown gall, and that's a bacteria. Same thing with the crown gall. Let me take the camera closer. You can see it. The crown gall, that's a bacteria. Then you can see hairy roots. That's a bacteria. Is a nematode and a viral infection. So PP means it's a parasite. Yes. Then you can see like this leaf gall. You can see B is a bacterial, and you can see this leaf roll and fold. So you can see it's an insect, is a mite, and is a fungi. Now why will you see insect and you see bacteria and you see fungi? Bacteria and fungi are actually diseases, right? So why am I seeing insect attached to it? Usually, a lot of the times, insects are predators. They carry this disease. These diseases don't just move. They have to infest on your crop and then transmit it into your crop. So insects are disease vectors. They carry either a bacterial, a fungi, or a viral disease, and then they infest on your farm. This is why we advise farmers to actually always try to control insects, because they are the vectors, they are the carriers of disease. Now let's roll this. What is this? They said proliferation of leaf hairs. Yeah, that's proliferation of leaf hairs, and that means it's an insect and is a mite. Yes, that's a mite. They are all insects, but in the family of insects we have different categories of insects. You can have, a mite, an aphid, and a thrip, and white flies. They have different things, different kind of insecticide that are used to attack them. So this is why they specify is a mite. You get it? So you see how the leaves are dotted brown, proliferated. They're just not looking nice. That's so different. So you can see that it's really not nice. Then look at leaf blisters. Leaf blisters. You can see a fungi, an insect, and a mite. Then the C, let's find out what the C stands for. A chromister. So you can see all these things are situations that attack our crop. Now when you already know all this, what do? You can now know the target insecticide target fungicide for you to use. For example, for mites, we have miticides that can actually take out mites. Now the insect, we have specific insecticide that can take out insects. For example, aphids and white flies. Most of the times the ivermectin insecticide can help you out, take them out. And then if you're using a two combination insecticide, can actually help. If you're using the lambda, you use the lambda cyhalothrin. Then the acephate can also help take out work on mites too. Yes, so this will guide you on what to do. Let's take this one, tongue on seed. This is the seed and this is more like a tongue, so you can see that's a fungal infection. Now when you're selecting your fungicide, it's best to use fungi that has two active ingredients. Now you usually see a mancozeb, and then you can see a copper-based fungicide and so many other type of fungicide that you have. Always use a two-based fungicide that have two chemicals composition in them. Usually for this leaf proliferation, since it's a brown dot and some kind of a brown spot, you can use mancozeb and mix with a copper hydroxide fungicide. So this will just guide you on what to do. And in case where it's a viral infection, what you do, the dead plants, you just take them out and then eradicate them, burn them. They shouldn't be close to the plant. So you can see this one, swollen cells of algae. So what is that? This is not clear. That's root fire. That's a root fire, yes. So mostly this is going to affect the system of the plant, which is the stem, and everything that has to do with production and regulation of water, every plant process. So you just have to look for a way and take that out, and then you use a fung. Usually what we have mostly in Nigeria, fungicide. You use a fungicide to control that. But if you want to control that, the most affected area of your plants, like this brown spotted, you can actually take them out. Or this is why we say you should also prune your plants. The leaves that are closer to the soil, you prune them off. So by cutting them out, so they don't have an interference with the soil, maybe splashing from rain, splashing when you're spraying your chemical, and then it transfers fungi and other microorganisms that are not good, other ones that are harmful. I'm not saying all microorganisms are bad. We have good microorganisms and we have the ones that can cause a reaction or a disease on your plant. So you always prune your plant and always use clean seeds. If you're buying your seeds from a certified seed seller, it's going to help you out when you are making a progression, when you're cultivating your plant. So buy clean seeds, buy treated seeds, buy F1 seeds, and always try to use the preventive measures. Now, how you can prevent all these things is: 1, timely planting; 2, control of insects or prevention of insects and fungi in the soil. And also when the plants emerge and then they are growing and developing, you can actually control and prevent insect infestation and also fungi outbreak, disease outbreak on the plants too. Now you make sure any plant that is being affected, you take them out, you take out weeds from your farm. And another thing, you should give them good nutrients. I cannot say this without hitting on nutrient, because you can see some plants, the K, which is the potassium, actually helps the plant regain strength against disease. It gives it a kind of an immunity that makes it fight against disease, and it can actually withstand. So even if a disease comes, the crop will actually have an effect, but to an extent the crop can actually withstand. And when you start adding any treatment, the crop will be strong enough to take care of it. But in a case where you don't feed your crop very well, once a disease comes in, it takes them down. Then for your nematode, you can use neem oil. You can use neem oil or nematicide. There are some nematicides in Nigeria, so you can use that, or you use your neem oil. Yes, you can use neem based fertilizers for that, for you to help that out. If you use the neem based fertilizer, specifically if you use there's this Indorama neem coated fertilizer, once you apply it, especially for your root and tuber crops, you apply it round, you see a brown circle at the base, at the point where you have applied it. It prevents infestation, it prevents other chemicals, other insects, sorry, not chemicals, other insects from penetrating into the roots of the plant and attacking the roots of the plant. Also, it helps control the movement of nematodes in the soil, so you can use that. They also use carbofuran based chemicals to control nematodes and other soil dwelling insects. So that's how you're going to tackle attend to your crop. I believe this will help you, so I'm dropping this picture in the comment section. Thank you.